A Burnaby man is accusing WestJet of humiliating him when he was kicked off a flight to Cuba. CTV's Shannon Patterson reports the trouble started when he took a sleeping pill before takeoff.
I sat down with the locals and had a little bite to eat.
Yeah. It should have been a dream trip to Cuba with his wife and son, but
We hardly took any pictures because it was always in the back of our mind, everything we had lost.
after a red-eye from Vancouver to Toronto, Stephen Bennett, who's recovering from a mini-stroke, took a common prescription sleeping pill when he boarded their final WestJet flight to Cuba.
Went to sleep, and next thing I wake up, my wife is nudging me. I open my eyes, and apparently it was two vacationing nurses were on board.
A flight attendant wanted the nurses to check on Bennett after his wife was asked to wake him for takeoff and he didn't rouse right away.
Even the nurses said he's okay.
But the flight crew ordered Bennett off the plane to be checked by paramedics.
They said there's nothing wrong with him over and over, and they still wouldn't take me on the flight.
It's so embarrassing. I couldn't explain my emotion, especially to my husband, that he's disabled. He couldn't walk by himself. Well, he needs a wheelchair.
The family could only watch as their flight left without them.
I wanted to go home. I just wanted to go home. I just want to go home.
But it was cheaper to fly to Cuba than Vancouver, so they paid out of pocket to get there on Air Canada.
He didn't really enjoy our vacation at all.
WestJet stands behind its decision, saying when our crews observe a guest who is exhibiting signs of not being fit to fly, we will, out of an abundance of caution and in adherence with Transport Canada's regulations, remove the guest from the flight.
It's not a question of what they thought. The question is, what was the situation? What was the evidence? It was clear in this case that the passenger was perfectly fine. He was perfectly healthy.
Bennett is planning to sue WestJet. The way he sees it,
Where on my flight ticket does it say I can't fall asleep?
Shannon Patterson, CTV News, Burnaby.